Hello and welcome to jasonnewland.com. Oh, my name's Jason. I don't know what that was. Oh, itchy bum. My name's Jason Newland. Please only listen to this when you can safely close your eyes. And today is Trivia Tuesday. Yeah, it's the 19th of August. 2025. I have already made a recording today, but that was just really itchy. The problem with having Vinny cuddled up to me on the sofa here is when I start scratching myself, I get itchy sometimes. He doesn't like it and he jumps off and he growls at me because I disturbed him. So there you go. So before we go any further, I'm just going to quickly... I realise I can actually use my phone while I'm using it. Using it to record. So today's Trivia Tuesday question or subject comes from Anne. Hello, Anne. Everyone say hello, Anne, all together. 1, 2, 3. Hello, Anne. Thank you for the recommendation. So if you have an idea of what you would like me to talk about next week's Trivia Tuesday or future Trivia Tuesdays, maybe just send me a message on my website. Yeah, there's a contact form on my website. You just let me know what you're asking for. I know I'm not necessarily going to do the recording. I mean, today I'm doing one. I'm thinking I don't know if I should do this subject because it's not. I don't know, but I'm going to do. I'm going to do it anyway. It's about medical stuff and. Yeah, I think I'm not going to do it because I'm just thinking it's probably not a good thing to go to sleep with. Right, so what I'm going to do is I've changed my mind. I'm going to basically Anne gave me a choice. I've changed my mind. Now I'm going to focus on teddy bears. So I'm going to look through trivia facts about teddy bears. So yeah, it was going to be on dental and medical, unusual medical and dental instruments. But after looking through the list, it's I don't know. None of it's particularly ear-friendly, as it were. I don't think I'd want to really hear that stuff. Yeah, especially the dental stuff. Oh, no thanks. So I'm going to do teddy bears. If you go down to the woods today. That song is etched in my mind. Because when I was about 9, I was on the Rolf Harris show, and my whole school was. And it's on YouTube, actually, that particular episode. If you want the link, I can send it to you. I'm on it. I'm on there, but I'm like a little kid. And one of the songs was, if you go down to the woods today, you're sure of a big surprise. If you go down to the woods today, you better go in disguise. For every bear that ever there was, so sure today's the day the teddy bears have their picnic. And then there was, I've got a lovely bunch of coconuts. There they are in a row. And then there was another one, mud, glorious mud. There's nothing quite like it for cooling the blood. So follow me, follow, down to the hollow, and there let us wallow in glorious mud. They're the 3 songs that I remember from that particular television episode which I partaked. So yeah, I did a recording this morning. I woke up quite early, had an early night like I normally do, and I was knackered last night after going out and during the day. If you want to know what I got up to yesterday, just check out my early recording. I think I called it "I Had to Go Out," something like that. And I had to go outside. So, that's all the update of what happened yesterday. Today so far, other than making a recording, all the editing and processing and uploading, I haven't really done a lot. I've been asleep a lot of the day. I didn't feel very well earlier. I feel much better now. I don't know, I think it's just probably a bit of stress and that. But it's now 4 minutes to 4 p.m. in the afternoon, and I've taken Vinny out twice today so far, and I have to do my forms for the PIP form. I have to do that at some point tomorrow, I think. Once that's done, I can kind of relax a little bit. It's then yeah, nothing else really is going on, which is good. I'll tell you one thing, it confuses me a little bit. Okay, so I've been doing this Let Me Bore You to Sleep podcast since 2018. So what was that? 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. So over 7 years. I think I started in March. So over 7 years I've been doing these Let Me Bore You to Sleep recordings. And I'm up to, well, the last record, oh no, it wasn't I'd Have to Go Outside. The last recording I did this morning was mental health review. Don't worry, it's not quite as serious as it sounds. No, it is not that serious. No. Oh, okay. But that was number LMBYTS, or Let Me Bore You to Sleep, number 1414. So this is number 1415. And probably about half an hour ago, maybe 20 minutes ago, maybe even 18 minutes ago, I was online just looking for the best boring sleep recordings. And I'm pretty much nowhere to be seen. And I'm not sure why. I mean, I'm not saying that I should be in the list of the best, but I thought I'd be in at least the top 50. If there was a list of 50 sleep podcasts or 50 boring podcasts. I don't know, I thought I'd be in the top 50. Is that egotistic? I don't know. See, I wouldn't be surprised, right? It wouldn't surprise me if I was in no lists like that, if nobody listened to my podcasts. But the fact is, people do listen to my podcasts every single day. So I'm like, okay, I'm confused. Now, these are not statistics like the top 50. This is just websites that have put down what they think are the top podcasts for going to sleep to, or for being bored. And I don't, it's like, oh, I don't, I just don't know. I mean, I'm wondering, all the ones that were listed, are they getting as many views as me, or are they getting loads? Because according to, when I go into my stats, and don't worry, I'm not going to go into the stats, you're safe. But when I look into it, how many I'm getting, I'm in the top 5% of all podcasts in the world, statistically wise, as far as listeners. So I was just like, why? Why is... It's like no one knows about me, yet people are listening. I don't understand. I mean, on my... Oh, okay. Excuse me. On my dashboard for all my podcasts on Spreaker since 2018, bearing in mind I've had other podcasts as well during that time, but I've got a total downloads here of 15,296,604. 15,296,604. With 42 total live plays. They don't do live plays anymore for some reason. And I'm just confused. Confused. So yeah, I don't know. I just want to know what's what. If you know what I mean. That's why, what am I doing wrong? I mean, so far on Spreaker, I've had 275,072 downloads. That's on Spreaker. Spotify is a different thing altogether. So you can add on another 5, 30, 15 to 20,000 a month added on to that with Spotify. In fact, since last year, I think on not Spotify, SoundCloud. That's what I meant. SoundCloud. So if I go onto one of the SoundClouds, let's have a look which one comes up. This is the main one. I got the two different podcasts. I got Hypnosis of Sleeping Deeply, and there's the Let Me Bore You to Sleep one. So today so far I've had 163 plays. For the month, 5,599. And then the other one, so mix them together. But if I look for the last 12 months, it's actually not 12. It's not 12. It's since September. Since last September, which was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Well, yeah, it's 12 months, isn't it now? Because it's August. So the last 12 months, I had 451,940 plays on SoundCloud. So I've actually had a lot more there than I have on Spreaker. But then I spent quite a lot of time on SoundCloud. SoundCloud. So I didn't use Spreaker much for a while. But for all time, because I also had some time 2004 to 2023, all time 2,507,478. That's on that one podcast. So probably another 1.5 million on the Let Me Bore You to Sleep. And the question maybe from you is, didn't you just say you weren't going to talk about the stats? Did you just tell us we were safe from hearing about the statistics? I did. I do apologise. I'm not sorry, but I do apologise, you know. I mean, I don't care, but I'm just apologising. It's nothing to be worried about. Have I never talked about teddy bears before? Should I give you a story about my teddy bear? I had a teddy bear when I was about 8 years old. I know definitely at 8 because when I was 8 years old, I was in hospital having my adenoids removed, which is probably why I got such a wonderful, calm voice. And I don't talk like that through my nose. So yeah, that's if I still had my adenoids, I probably would be very, very bunged up sounding. But that's not the reason they were removed. It's because I was deaf in one ear, or partially deaf in one ear. So I had my teddy bear with me, and he was my best friend. And I felt safe when I cuddled him, and I slept with him in bed. I might get myself a teddy bear. Just someone to cuddle, because Vinny don't want to cuddle me. He cuddles up to me, but he doesn't want me like putting my arm around him and like hugging him. He doesn't like that. But he will like cuddle up to me, and I can put my arm on him. Like now, I put my arm on him and I stroke him, and he's fine with that. In bed, not so much. You know, it's. He tried to explain it to me the other day. He said, well, when we're up and, you know, I'm sat on the settee, I'm not really sleeping, I'm just chilling out. But when I come to bed, I come to sleep, not to be fondled by you. And I said, Vinny, the word fondled is not the correct word in this situation. He said, why not? I said, I'm not going to go into it, but it's just cuddling. You're my little puppy. He said, I'm a big boy now. I'm not a puppy. I said, but you're still the same size as a puppy. And that's when he just jumped off the bed, gave me a very, very dirty look, and ran out, just shouting, you're not my real dad. He does that every now and then. About 10 minutes later, he's like, jumps on the bed, prodded me. I said, what, Vinny? He said, can I have a treat? It's like, I had to get out of bed to give him a treat. Rewarding his bad behaviour. That's why he never learns. Never learns. It's not that I think I should be, you know, in the top category of any. I mean, I do sometimes in the statistics come up quite high in the rankings of different categories, and have done over the last, 20 years, 19 years at different times, especially like 2000 kind of period, 2001. But it's just been nice. I don't know why websites, it's like they just put these little lists together, and quite often they just put the same podcasts in the same list. And I don't know, it's like, am I invisible? I know I'm invisible to women now, but why do I got to be invisible to the internet? It's not fair. So yeah. I think what happened to my teddy bear is he was put in a washing machine to get washed, which I wasn't particularly pleased with. But the washing machine ruined him. I don't mean as in, you know, he didn't want to spend time with me anymore. He just wanted to stay with the washing machine because he had so much fun. I didn't mean he ruined him in that way. But he was, yeah, it didn't do. I mean, it's not going to do it. You don't put a little teddy bear in a washing machine. Come on. It's ridiculous. Completely. That would have been horrible for him. And so, yeah. And I said, it doesn't matter. I'm a big boy now. I'll be alright. I'll be alright. And so I went upstairs to my room and had a bit of a cry. And then I looked at the time and realised I was late for work. Teddy. I didn't have any other teddy. That was the only teddy bear I ever had, I do believe. And I didn't have any teddy bears when I was little that I remember. I might well have had a teddy bear when I was 1, 2, I don't know, 3 even, I don't know. But I don't remember them. So here's some, I got 100 trivia facts about teddy bears. Thanks to Anne. Come on everyone, all together. 1, 2, 3. Thank you, Anne, for your trivia suggestion for teddy bears. Come on. Thank you. You're not playing along today, are you? So, I didn't do Monday's boring objects yesterday. I apologise. I'm not sorry, but I do apologise. I was intending to do it, but I was so tired. And I kind of feel a little bit that the routine that I've been kind of organising over the last year or so, the routine of doing Q&A Friday, which I didn't do on this Friday, just gone, because I only had one question. Oh, great. Now I've got someone with a motorbike outside. I hope he's not going to do that thing where he just keeps the motorbike going for like 3 hours while he, I don't know, just admires the saddle, maybe smells it, I don't know. Don't know what he does down there. 3 hours sniffing his saddle. I don't know if that's, I'm sure he doesn't do that, but I'm not going to let it stop me from doing a recording. Although yesterday there was someone riding up and down the road really fast, really loud on a motorbike. Like about 20 times, up and down, up and down, up and down. And there's kids around here that, let's face it, they don't look when they cross the road. I mean, I probably didn't either. And this bike's going so fast. So I'm kind of, I think I saw the same person today, because I didn't see them, I could just hear them from here. It's very loud. It's very like that. And I heard what sounded like the same motorbike. So I waited, and I just thought I'd watch to see if it was. And it was revving up, and it came past. And I just watched it go past. I didn't recognise the person, because, pretty much covered up other than just a little bit of the face. And I thought, okay, let's just wait here, see if they come back past again, because it means it probably is them, that person that did it yesterday. And they came past again. This time, it might be a woman, nodded at me. So I nodded back, and then they did it once more and then were gone. So I don't know, I just wanted to see who it was. I just said, I'm okay, because I'm very, very well, I say I'm okay, but generally I'm very meticulous when it comes to crossing the road. I'm very careful, especially with this little one, because he will just run out if he gets a chance. And I've been trying to teach him the Green Cross Code for, nearly 3 years. 3 years and 4 months. 3 years in 4 months. Not and 4 months. So in December, I'll have had him for 3 whole long, ask him, it's been very long, boring years. 3 years. And he's still, I'm sure he's still not used to me yet. It takes a while, I think. An acquired taste, as they say. So, the teddy bear is named after the US President Theodore Teddy Roosevelt. Really, though? Really? The only reason I'm saying that is because I'm pretty sure I've seen antique teddy bears from hundreds of years ago. Maybe they didn't call them teddy bears back then. I don't know. But I'm just going to... Some of this stuff may be true. It may be absolute horse poo. I don't know. Let's just assume it may be true and it may not. I'm going to read it out anyway. So, as I say in previous recordings, try not to get into a conversation or an argument with someone and don't use these trivia facts that you hear me tell you in an argument to back up your point, because it might all be just complete drivel. And maybe on that occasion, if the subject of teddy bears... Well, first of all, do you really want to be getting into an argument about teddy bears? And secondly, on this occasion, if you do get into an argument about teddy bears, you may choose to be happy rather than to be right. Just try it out. You might like it. So, apparently it all started, this is the origins and the history, all started in 1902 after Roosevelt refused to shoot a bear. Okay. I don't really know much about that story. A political cartoon about Roosevelt's kindness inspired the toy. Morris Mitchum, a Brooklyn shop owner, made the first Teddy's bear. Oh, so it wasn't called a teddy bear, it was called a Teddy's bear. And at the same time in Germany, Richard Stoof designed a jointed plush bear. So completely independent, but they probably didn't call them teddy bears. I don't know what a German version for teddy would be. I don't know. I'm not going to do the accent. I don't know what it would be. Ask, what's his name? What's his name that... Oh... If you know a German person, ask them. If there's a German person listening, welcome. And what do you call teddy bears in Germany? Maybe I could say, put that out to all countries. What do you call a teddy bear in the country you live? And is it a different name, or is it just teddy bear in your language? If that makes sense. I think it does. Steiff bears, they called them Steiff bears, were displayed at the Leipzig Toy Fair in 1903. And a US buyer ordered 3,000 Steiff bears on the spot. And the first Steiff teddy bears had long pointed snouts. And the earliest bears were stuffed with Excelsior wood shavings. Excelsior? Isn't that in a carol? Oh, he had it with Excelsior. Wood shavings, okay. Collectibles and value. Some antique Steiff bears sell for over 100 grand. What if my bear was an antique? Okay, the world's most expensive teddy bear was called Teddy Girl, sold for $171,600. 1994. Isn't it weird that that's 29 years ago, and there's not been any other teddy bears sold for more than that. Wait a minute. Harrods once sold a Louis Vuitton teddy bear for 2.1 million. So why they're saying the world's most expensive teddy bear was 171 grand, when right underneath they're saying that there was a Louis Vuitton teddy bear for 2.1 million? That makes no sense. Collectors of teddy bears called themselves atrophiles. To be fair, I don't think the word files really, I don't know, it just doesn't sound right anymore against anything. So either it was arachnophile or I don't know, whatever. It just perhaps we should start getting rid of the name, the word files, spelled like piles with an H. Piles. It means Greek for bear lovers. Exactly. It sounds dodgy, doesn't it? Some bears have what? Some bears have passports and travel the world with owners. That sounds ridiculous. Passports? Maybe as a joke, like a jokey passport, but I'm pretty certain you wouldn't actually have to show a passport when travelling abroad with a teddy bear. You might have to let them scan the teddy bear to make sure that there's nothing weird inside. Oh, my washing machine's going. Just in case. It's not going, it's working. Just heard it going, shaking a bit. Limited edition bears often rise in value faster than gold. Wow. I mean, to be fair, things the less of something, the more it seems to be worth. Maybe that's why my podcasts are just so worthless, because there's too many of them. I make too many podcasts. That's what it is. If I only did one a month, or one a year, one episode every 10 years, maybe it'd be worth something. Okay, what's there? Ooh. The rarest stiff bears have button in ear trademarks. A button in the ear. Okay. Some collectors ensure their teddy bear collections like fine art. I wonder what the biggest teddy bear collection in the world is. Never thought I'd say that out loud. Beanie Babies briefly rivaled teddy bears in collectability. Yep, I remember that. Do you remember the Cabbage Patch dolls in the 90s? They were so popular. Cabbage Patch dolls. Wow. And then you got the Teletubbies, didn't you? They were really popular as well. Celebrity-owned bears like Elvis Presley's fetch crazy prices at auction. Elvis Presley had a teddy bear. I wonder how much that was worth. Yeah. I'd have thought something like that was a bit squeaky, wasn't it? I'd have thought that something like Elvis Presley's teddy bear would be cherished by the family, because he's still got, his wife's still alive, and he's still got grandkids. Probably got distant relatives as well. I thought that maybe that would probably be in Graceland, wouldn't it? The house that he used to live in. Yeah. So Winnie the Pooh was inspired by a real teddy bear owned by A. Milner's son. And Paddington Bear was named after Paddington Station in London. Really? Oh, I thought it was the other way around. I thought Paddington Bear was like 100 years old, 200 years old. Clearly not. Oh, Rupert Bear. Rupert the Bear. Everyone loves his name. Da-da-da-da-da. His name is Rupert. Rupert the Bear. Everyone knows his name. Da-da-da-da-da-da. And they're glad that he came. Something like that. Rupert Bear. First appeared in a British newspaper in 1920. And then you got Smokey Bear, the fire prevention mascot. Smokey Bear was created in 1944. Then you had the Care Bears. The Care Bears, I forgot about the Care Bears. Were invented in the 1980s as greeting card characters. Teddy Ruxpin, 1985, was the first talking teddy bear. Why do I remember that? Teddy Ruxpin. Did it like say, "Hi, I'm Teddy Ruxpin. Hi, I'm Teddy Ruxpin. I'm Teddy Ruxpin." I don't know. I'm sure it did something like that. Did it have like a little cord that you pulled in the back of it? And they say, "I'm Teddy Ruxpin, I mean." Yeah. I wonder what else it said. I can't remember. I'm sure I saw one though. Because the good thing about toys is, even if, I mean, you know, as a kid you can't have every single toy, nor would I want every single toy. But I kind of got to see most of the toys, even if it was, especially like girls' stuff. I know it could be controversial to say that, but back when I was a kid, there was toys for girls and toys for boys. And then ones that kind of both were allowed, both would play. And the girl next door, she had a lot of like girls' stuff, and I had cousins that had, female cousins that had stuff, so I got to see some of the, I mean, not in 1985, but like before that, I got to see some of the different things. But also other friends that I had at school, I'd see stuff that they had, Again, not 1985, because I'd left school by that point. Well, I was nearly left school. I left in 1986, so I wasn't buying bears. But my little brother, in 1985, was 7, so he might have had a Teddy Ruxpin teddy bear. Now, I would ask him, but he probably doesn't want to talk about it. I don't know. He probably's forgotten. 27. Okay, Mr. Bean's Teddy, simply called Teddy, is iconic worldwide. And in Japan, kawaii culture made teddy bears super popular again. I'm not quite sure what that is. Oh, Build-A-Bear Workshop lets kids design their own teddies. We have one of those in this town. I've never been in a Build-A-Bear Workshop. I don't think. I might have done. Did I? I don't think I have. I think I might have done, actually, like 25 years ago. I might have gone in there with someone. I'm not sure. I think I might have done, briefly, just to have a look. No, I don't think I would have done, would I? It's possible. In 2000s, a teddy bear was sent into space. Brilliant. Why? When they said sent into space, was it just released into space? Do they really spend all that money launching a rocket to send a teddy bear into space? That's a lot of money. Each one of those rockets must cost at least £2,000 or £3,000 to send up. You know? Fun and quirky bits. Okay, these are fun and quirky bits. The world's smallest teddy is only 5mm tall. That's not small. 5mm. They really don't know what's... The world's largest teddy is over 63 feet, and it's in Mexico. I mean, really, that is massive, isn't it? Let's face it. 63 feet. That's the size of a building, isn't it? Pretty much. In fact, no, that's 63 feet. That's like a... Is that a tower block? Maybe they built it, they just put they put another teddy bear on its head in a little hat, maybe, with a spring. So when they'd finished building the one in Mexico, 63 feet tall rather, they just released the other one from the hat and it just pushed it into space. Because it was only like another few feet away, wasn't it, to be in space? Yeah. I went to school, you see. I know a lot about space. Some teddy bears come with built-in heartbeats for comfort. Okay, it's comforting. Great. But what about when the batteries run out? I imagine the feeling's a lot different from comfort. You know, your little kid like, oh, it's comforting, I can feel it. And you wake up like, the heartbeat stopped. That's just the batteries, don't worry. Some teddy bears... Okay, a teddy bear once parachuted from a plane as a stunt. No. A teddy bear was chucked out of a plane with a parachute on. The teddy bear didn't parachute out on his own. Come on. It's ridiculous. Teddy bears don't do stuff like that. They're scared of heights. A soldier in WW1 carried tiny teddy bears in their pockets. Okay. It's a bit random, isn't it? Some teddy bears are designed with hot water bottles inside. Good idea. It's a very good idea. In fact, is possibly the best idea that's ever happened ever anyway, anywhere in the world. Because you're going to have the teddy bear, you know, in your bed, and you want to feel warm and cozy, have it inside the teddy bear. It makes sense. The problem is, when I was a kid, I actually thought my teddy bear was alive. So the idea of like opening it up and putting a big hot water bottle inside him didn't really, I wouldn't have liked that. What have you done to him? It's bad enough you keep sticking him in the washing machine. And some teddy bears are banned in some hospitals for carrying germs. What about the nurses then? What about all the other patients, the visitors? Visitors aren't banned. They got probably more germs than a teddy bear'd have. Leave the teddy bears alone. I've seen. Okay, I'm not being horrible about care workers, but I've seen, and you must have seen this as well, right? Care workers walking to work with their uniform on. Okay, their uniform already on, and they're getting on a bus, getting on a train, walking down the street with their uniform, with their, talk about germs. They don't get to hospital in their normal clothes, or some of them might, but it's not this big, absolute, zero germ area where everyone gets undressed and gets sprayed down with disinfectant like in the movies or E.T. or whatever. I'm going back a bit, aren't I? And, or like in space movies, when they go in and they get all washed off so that they can be germ free, and then they get put into their new clothes and they're, no. Germs are going in that hospital all the time, man. Leave the teddy bears alone. That's all I'm saying. I'm not choosing teddy bears over care workers, because obviously care workers are so important and they're amazing. I'm not having to go at care workers. I'm just saying, if we're going to go on about germs, leave the teddy bears alone. That's all I'm saying. I'm just sticking up for the teddy bears. I'm not in any corner, except I am in the corner of the teddy bears. Not having to go at nurses or doctors or anything like that, but leave the teddy bears alone. That's all I'm saying. Okay? I'm 1,000,000% behind doctors, nurses, care workers, the cleaners in hospital, everyone in hospitals. It's amazing. We are so lucky. Anyone that has a hospital is lucky. It's very fortunate that there's people that are willing to do that work. From my heart, genuinely, having spent the last sort of 6 weeks in and out of hospital visiting someone, they are angels. However, if you mess with teddy bears, that's the line I won't cross, and I won't allow anyone else to cross either, because I choose a teddy bear over doctors every time. Unless, of course, I was in hospital, then I'd probably choose a doctor, basically. But, I'm just saying, leave the teddy bears alone. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm trying to say. And especially, not even just with kids. I mean, come on, taking away a kid's teddy bear when they're in hospital just seems wrong. But taking away anyone's teddy bear when they're in hospital, it's just, come on. Leave the teddy bear alone. So that was a reference from The Wanderers, in case you're wondering. Teddy bears are banned. Okay, Queen Elizabeth II had a teddy bear collection into adulthood. Why are you mocking Queen Elizabeth? See, clearly this is like an anti-royal place. The Queen is my thing, yeah? The Queen, who's now passed, now got a king, But the Queen can do what the Queen wants to do. That's as simple as that. Leave the Queen alone. See, leave her alone. And her teddy bear collection. Stop picking on the Queen and her teddy bear collection. Oh, she had them into adulthood. So what? So what? Was she not allowed to have teddy bears now? Is it against the law? I don't know. Is there somewhere in religious scriptures that says teddy bears are not allowed? Not allowed. No, leave the teddy bears alone, and leave Queenie alone. It's weird because, you know, being my age now, there's only ever going to be one Queen. I know there's been loads of Queens in the past, there'll be loads of Queens in the future. Only one Queen in my life. That's it. Queen Elizabeth II. Or was it the third? I don't know. Whichever Queen we had throughout the entirety of my life. That's the thing. Until like 3 years ago, she was it 3 years? 2 years ago? Wow, I don't know, however long years ago, 3 years ago, she was the Queen. Crazy. Oh, Michael Jackson reportedly owned over 100 teddy bears. Yeah, should we move on? It's like, yeah, but they weren't all for him. It's like, okay, yeah, should we still move on? Elvis Presley gifted Priscilla a giant teddy bear. Okay, leave Elvis Presley alone. And Priscilla. I imagine he probably had to have it purposely made because they were married in the 50s, weren't they? And I don't know if they were still married in the 60s as well. But I reckon in them days you had to have them, you know, made specially. Did Priscilla Presley live in Graceland with Elvis all the time, or did she move out when they, you know, parted? I don't know. Oh, look, Teddy Bear Days and Events. September the 9th is National Teddy Bear Day in the United States, and October is National Teddy Bear Day in the UK. I've got nothing to say about that. It's like, why? Teddy bear picnics are celebrated worldwide. Really? They're not. I don't. This is my first knowledge of that. I've heard about the teddy bears. The teddy bears are having a picnic. I've heard the song, but I've never seen it in reality. I've never walked through the woods and seen teddy bears, you know, sitting on a big blanket with a basket full of stuff that they wouldn't normally eat, sitting around uncomfortable, wishing they'd had chairs, wishing they'd stayed at home. You know, I've just never seen that. Australia has an annual teddy bears picnic day. Guinness World Records has multiple teddy bear categories. And Germany holds teddy bear festivals. Sebastian, wonder what Sebastian has to say about this. Now, I know Sebastian's not the only person that listens to me from Germany, but he's the only person that I've ever had contact with that I know of. And I imagine he knows everything about children's toys. Some charities host teddy bear hospital events for children. And in Finland, there's a teddy bear museum with 1,000 plus bears. Oh. Denmark has a dedicated teddy bear art gallery. Amsterdam has a gallery as well. It has a museum, and it's full of. Oh wait a minute, no, it's not bears. Okay, let's move on. Japan hosts teddy bear exhibitions mixing fashion and bears. Okay, alright, cool. This is going well. A teddy bear once survived what? A teddy bear once survived the Titanic sinking. It was owned by a child. I don't know why they put that in brackets. You sure it wasn't a captain's one? No? Sure it wasn't actually... It was driving the ship. That's why it sunk. You don't put a teddy bear in charge of a ferry ship thing. There's a way to put it. A teddy bear once survived. It's not going to survive it twice, is it? Some WW1 soldiers believed teddy bears brought luck. Yeah. I wonder how many thought that after the war. If they just, I wonder how long they thought that. I wonder how many people were in hospital just like shouting at their teddy bears. In 1924, a teddy bear ran for mayor of Oxford as a joke. No, a person ran a teddy bear for mayor of Oxford. But a teddy bear can't do it on its own, can it? NASA 1924. Wow, I'm surprised they're allowed to get away with that. Things were a lot more serious back then, as far as I know. NASA astronauts have flown teddy bears into orbit. That's kind of been covered already, isn't it? A teddy bear was the first toy ever taken. Yeah, we're already talking about the space thing. We've already talked about that. Some teddy bears have built-in cameras for security, and I don't know what else that's got. It's kind of a good idea, and also I did think about putting a spy camera into Uncle Sausage's, I nearly said hotel room then, hospital room, because he was really saying stuff that people were kidnapping him. I know they weren't, but I still like, I had this kind of just maybe, that was loud, wasn't it? That dog's barking very loudly. Normally barks for a few times before it stops. Never used to bark at all till it moved in. In 2008, a British teddy bear was kidnapped by pirates. True story, apparently. I don't know. I don't know. That just doesn't sound. That sounds weird. Yeah. I mean, if a teddy bear was used with built-in cameras for security, does that mean that they would be called up in a trial? They would be put on the stand and questioned? Just a question. Chernobyl has abandoned teddy bears. Chernobyl had abandoned teddy. Oh God, that's hard. I don't want. Oh, stop it. Some teddy bears are made with alpaca fur instead of mohair. Teddy bears have been used as therapy tools since WW1. I mean, just cuddling something that doesn't pull away from you, like this little one. He pulls away from me and growls and bites me if I try and cuddle him. So I don't know how I ended up with a dog that was just so doesn't like intimacy, like cuddling. But some dogs absolutely love being cuddled. That's all they want to do, is sit on your lap and be cuddled. I don't want him on my lap all the time, but it'd be nice to have like a little cuddle. And although he's cuddled up to me, and I have got my arm on him and I'm stroking him with my hand. I'm just, it's not the same as a proper cuddle. I don't know. Maybe I expect too much of him. The world's biggest teddy bear collection belongs to Jackie Miley, over 8,000. And the tallest teddy bear ever made stands taller than a giraffe. Teddy bears have been made from denim, leather, and even gold thread. And some teddy bears have diamond eyes. Wow, mine didn't. So the first animated film star Teddy was the Teddy Bears, 1907. Teddy bears appear in over 100 feature films. There's a first teddy bear museum opened in Petersfield, UK, 1984. And there are teddy bear hotels in Japan where kids' bears get pampered. Wow. Yeah, cool. I mean, yeah, I don't know. A teddy bear once completed the London Marathon strapped to a runner. I mean, technically, they're saying that, but what about how many bits of chewing gum? Whatever's in your pocket if you're doing a marathon has also completed the marathon. So a pair of socks, underpants, used condom, I don't know, whatever that's in your pocket or on your foot. A necklace, a brassiere, a thong, a hat, a wig, nail polish, nail varnish or whatever, fake nails, fake eyelashes, piercings, just like earrings or nipple rings or nose rings or whatever. You could just change teddy bears for any of those things and say a piece of chewing gum once completed the London Marathon, strapped to a runner, or a cough tablet, or I don't know what kinds of things a bag of feathers. I don't know what people take. I mean, probably not a barbell, because you wouldn't want to take weights with you. Ankle weights, yeah, probably that's never been used in a marathon, I imagine. I used to have ankle weights when I was a kid. I used to use them when I was practicing kicking and also when I used to go running. And it was weird because I'd go running in them and then I'd take them off and I'd float away. It was funny. Early teddy bears had real bear claws as accessories. I don't know why. Why? Some 1900s bears were filled with sawdust, and certain teddy bears squeak instead of growl. My teddy bear didn't make any sounds. German Steiff bears originally had shoe button eyes, and safety plastic eyes didn't appear until the 1950s. Some teddy bears had real horsehair stuffing, and growler bears made a roaring sound when tipped. That sounds familiar. Turning the bear upside down so it growls. Might as well I can do that with Vinny. Just got to pick him up and he growls. Inflatable teddy bears were once sold as travel companions. Oh. And WW2 bears were made from recycled uniforms. Blimey. Some teddy bears are knitted instead of sewn. So this section is global love. In Russia, teddy bears are considered symbols of strength. In Japan, teddy bears are given to brides for luck. and in China, teddy bears are exchanged as apologies. France has luxury teddy bear courtiers, and in Germany, stiff bears are seen as national icons. South Korea has a teddy bear museum in Jeju Island, and some African tribes carve teddy bear-like figures from wood. Not as cuddly though when it's in wood, is it? Not quite as cuddly. In the Middle East, teddy bears were banned in some places as Western toys. Not a Western toy. No! In Sweden, teddy bears were often given at graduations. And in Mexico, giant teddy bears are parade floats. Because that was where the biggest was 62 feet or inches, wasn't it? The biggest one ever in Mexico. So this is the last 10 strange facts. In 1926, according to this, a teddy bear saved a child by cushioning a fall. Wow. How big was the teddy bear, or how small was the child? Because it'd have to be quite a lot bigger than a person, wouldn't it, to really... I don't know. Well, I'm glad anyway. I'm good. Good. A teddy bear once got knighted in a school ceremony. Not sure it's really valid though, getting knighted at school. You know, even as a human. You know, if I got knighted in a school ceremony and I was called Sir or knighted, I probably wouldn't be walking around saying, yeah, my name's Sir Lancelot Jason, or whatever. Like, no. Lord. My name's Lord JJ. Oh, when did that happen? When did you get knighted? I was 14, and it was during a very quiet period. You know, it's the last week of school, and I was bored. We were all very bored, so we knighted each other in a school ceremony. So please, from now on, call me Lord. That'd be the end of that conversation, wouldn't it? In fact, I would hasten to add, this is just a guess, that the job application would be unsuccessful. So some hospitals let kids dress teddy bears in surgical scrubs. I mean, that's going the opposite way, isn't it? Surgical scrubs. Yeah. I don't know why that's funny. I don't know, I just got a visual of that. It's like some hospitals won't let you have teddy bears at all, and the other one, like, well, you can use them as a doctor if you like. We'll use them as a doctor. We'll use them in surgery. A teddy bear once travelled to the top of Mount Everest. I'm guessing again attached to someone, so it's the same you could use for a pair of hiking boots, a tent, all kinds of things that you travel. I imagine if you was climbing Mount Everest, there'd be quite a few different things you'd need with you. Like a little television, definitely a little television, a laptop, stuff like that. Some cheese. Got to have a bit of cheese. In 2012, a teddy bear went viral after being left on a train. I don't remember that, thankfully. How did that go viral? A teddy bear being left on a train. I'm surprised they've not made a movie about it. Whoever they are. Police sometimes use teddy bears to... Okay, I'm not going to read that one out. A teddy bear once broke eBay records for online auction price. Cool. A teddy bear themed cruise ship exists. Oh, that's nice. And yeah, that's it really. There's one about some psychologists and stuff, but I'm not going to read that out. Let's keep it light, baby. Nice and light. Yes. And that's it. That is all of the 100, apart from the couple that I missed out, teddy bear facts or teddy bear trivia facts. I don't know about you, but I'm excited. That's excited me in a way that I didn't expect. So thank you very much for listening. And remember, I'm finished now. This is the end of the recording. Remember to be kind to yourself, because you do deserve to be happy. And be gentle with yourself. You deserve to feel safe. Lots of love. Bye.